Hello, this is Ben at Fitness Beyond 50, and this segment is on something totally different. This segment is about my daughter, your son, your daughter. This is about not allowing children to be used as a pawn. When there's a breakup between a mother and a father, or a boyfriend and girlfriend, and there's children involved, why should the children suffer? Just because you two didn't get along, you should not be using this child or putting this child in the middle. The pictures I just showed you, that's my daughter. I haven't seen my daughter in approximately 6 years. Not only do I pay child support, I have legal joint custody. In the state that I live in, they don't enforce it. I go to the house to pick up my daughter for my visitation, 1 week on, 1 week off. The mother calls the police, and the police get there and they say, "What's the problem?" I show them the court order. The police says, "Oh, here's a court order, ma'am. Are you going to let him see his child?" She says, "No." The police turns to me and says, "Sir, this is a civil matter. You need to get an attorney." So when I do that, time, money, attorney, it takes 20 days to get it on the docket. Once it gets on the docket, you go there. The judge wants to ask the person, why have they not let you see your child? They make up something phony. They ask me, "Mr. Hunter, how many days has it been?" I say, "It's been 15 days. They say, "Hey, the child available." You'll be held in contempt of, or if not, you're going to be held in contempt of court. Be advised, that happened to me numerous times to the point where I learned how to file the paperwork myself. But do you know, once again, even though I have legal joint custody and I pay child support, because it's different in this particular state under Abbott versus Abbott and Brown versus Brown, she can still keep me from my child because she knows that I have to go down, get an attorney, or file the paperwork and get on the court docket, and it is a not vicious cycle. So what do? You have to think what's in the best interest of the child. The child has been told all these negative things about me or even about you, right? This is what you're going through. They're telling you, the mom's going to say one thing to the child, the dad's going to say another thing to the child. It's wrong to put these children in the middle of a senseless fight because children need both parents. People need to get a clue. I hope that some of you people are listening to this and will stop the madness. My daughter's name was even changed. Just so you know, if my daughter is seeing this, your real name is Samantha Rain Hunter Gabales. They changed it to Samantha Ray Gabales. That is not your name. And what they did was they sent the notice from the court to the wrong address. They knew that it was the wrong address because at this address, we do not accept mail because it was a rural area, so you had to have the post office box. She knew the post office box, but she sent it to the physical address knowing that it would be returned, so therefore she was able to change the name by default, and it was going to cost $3,000 to change the name back. That's just one of many cruel things that was done to me and probably to some of you, to the point where I would go to pick up my daughter from daycare, she would not be there. There was always something going on, frivolous lawsuits saying that I dropped the child off with no pamper on, just one thing after another, just because they were having an issue with me. So I'm making this video to let parents know, stop the madness. Stop using children as a pawn to control or to get back at someone because things did not work out the way you wanted them to work out. You think that you're doing something awesome by keeping that child away from that parent, but do you know as each day goes by and as each year goes by, all you're doing is causing more and more problems. And what happens when that child is able to look at the internet and realize that their father or mother was there the whole entire time, and that they're paying child support, and that they really were active? And just like I've shown you those pictures, I have numerous pictures where I had my daughter for a certain period of time. And when I finally won joint custody, this was the kicker. I thought life would be great. For maybe 2 months, visitation went like it was supposed to go. On December the 26th, I was to pick up my daughter. I get a text from her mother that said, Samantha is unavailable. I'm like, unavailable? Is she going on a business trip? Is she in a meeting? What do you mean unavailable? I said, hey, are you refusing to let me see my child? She's unavailable. And right then, the God that I serve told me, Ben, you need to leave it alone. How many times can you go to court? How many times can you keep taking this heartache? But bottom line is, how many times will you put your daughter in the middle of this mess? So right then and there, I just thought, well, I'm going to pay child support and pray and hope like hell that one day this child will knock on my door and say, hey, I'm your daughter, and life will move on. And it's pretty sad. 33 court cases, people. 33 court cases over a 5-year period of time. And this woman I was never in a relationship with. It was a business arrangement. We signed paperwork to have the child together. Once the child was born, all bets were off. She wanted the child to herself and then came up with all types of crazy scenarios to keep me from my child. But as you can see in the pictures, I had her for a short period of time, but I had to jump through so many freaking hoops. Supervised visitations, had never done anything wrong. Having to pay to see my child at the library because I had to rent a room. And then I'd have her over here. And then if I showed up early, I had the lady actually scream, it is not, Kimmy, it's not your time. It is not your time. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? But because I love my child, I decided to just leave it alone. But what I'm saying is a public service announcement, parents, stop it. That child deserves a father. The child deserves a mother. Don't talk bad about the mom and the dad to the child. I mean, don't do that. Don't do that. You have plenty of friends you can badmouth the dad or the mom to. Don't do it to the child. Think about the damage that you're doing. Think about the years that you're allowing to go by that I'm missing or you may be missing with your child. So I beg you, if you're a parent, let the father and mother see their child. Do what it takes to make it happen. Life is too short. Children are precious. Time goes so fast. Don't steal those months, days, years. Because you know what? What happens if that child finds out the truth? Then maybe they don't want to be in your life then. So this has been at Fitness Beyond 50 saying, do the right thing. Have a blessed day.